I know Don Charles a little, not as well as EJ does, but I know him. And I'd love to ask him, after the robbery of the first match against Robert Helenius, why are you going back to Helsinki for the rematch? Especially when boxing is way more popular in Britain than it is in bloody Finland. Well, I suppose they put up the money because the Finns want to get Helenius back on track, so they're probably offering him Chisora more to go over there than he would get if he had home territory. But home territory is important, man. Momentum is important. The WBC silver title is on the line. They're saying this is going to be the biggest fight on Finnish soil in recent history. Helenius says he's going to leave no doubt this time. There'll be no controversy with this one. The first fight was in December 2011. He says Chisora is a good fighter and he's expecting a tough fight, but I'm confident that I'll win. Before our first match, I injured my shoulder. Had to fight for 12 with just one arm. If I was able to beat him with one arm, I don't see any problems beating him with two. I'm in great shape and I feel stronger than ever. It's been a long road back since my shoulder operation, and I've been waiting a long time for an opportunity like this. I'm ready. And after I beat Chisora, I'll be in line for a world title fight. Chisora said he's looking forward to going back to Helsinki and putting on another great show for the fans. It's a beautiful city with a lot of beautiful people. We had a lot of fun last time. And everyone knows who really won that fight. He can make all the excuses he wants, but I won't help him on May the 27th. Chisora says he's in his prime and he can't wait. He said, I might be relaxed now, but when I leave London, I'm going to war. When I get on that flight, I become a different person. Mr. Nice Guy is gone. It brings the vicious side out in me, and he'd better be ready. Nice Salden, Derek's promoter, said he's delighted to bring such a huge heavyweight attraction to Helsinki. He said there's unfinished business to settle. So, okay, let's look at current form last 5 opponents. It took Helenius 3 rounds to get rid of Loba Janside, who I believe Derek actually fought in one of his comeback fights after he beat Tyson Fury. Or was it Dillian White who fought that guy? Probably Dillian White, actually. I believe Dillian stopped him. But Derek's 5 fights back, Derek fought Jakov Gospic, and he took him 3 rounds. It was around that period where him and Don Charles had split, and I can't remember the name of the guy he had in there. I think they reconciled after the Pulev fight. The main fight, really, for Derek is the Kubrat-Pulev fight, which he lost by split decision. You'd have to fancy Pulev to outpoint Helenius as well. I don't know who France Real is for Helenius. It won him the European title. Then he got knocked out by Duhaupas. Did Helenius. What does that tell us? Derek is not a one-punch concussive knockout guy, but not many people are. I don't know what that tells us. Helenius has suspect stamina. Derek needs to get him into deep water and drown him. That's what he needs to do. I don't think Derek can rely on a one-shot bomb to take him out of there. He's got to put his punches together. And he must not sit on the ropes. He took too many breathers against Pulev, which he didn't used to do, and sat on the ropes way too much against Dillian. Way too much. After losing to Pulev, Derek beat an opponent who was 57 pounds smaller than him after that, named Jan Janin, and he won by KO in the second from a body shot. Then, obviously, Helenius rebounded back from the Duhaupas loss by KOing Konstantin Ulrich and knocking out Gonzalo Omar Bazil. Now, Konstantin Ulrich seen better days and was never really up there when there was good days, to be honest. And Derek lost to Dillian White, a split decision, controversial. Derek threw away a fight that he looked the better fighter in by sitting on the ropes for too lengthy a period on too many occasions. Derek needs to stop this guy away from home. And he could do it. He could do it, you know. The Duhaupas knockout is not a great look. It's not a great look. I saw Sherman Williams, an old Sherman Williams, have this guy out on his feet. he was out on his feet against Sherman Williams. But Sherman, who was a good fighter, and gave Holyfield a decent fight as well. Sherman is pretty good. Sherman just didn't have the foot speed to track down the distance between him and Helenius. And, he lost the UD. Sherman lost to the UD. I was never that sold on the guy, Helenius. Apart from the Sam Peter knockout, where he did look good, never really sold on him. He's going to have problems with Derek's volume and Derek's durability again. I don't see him knocking Derek out. He won't knock Derek out. He's a good puncher, but his timing is just not that great. He's not good at setting range for a big man in particular. Can Derek get a decision out there, or can Derek stop him? I want to sit on the fence for this one. I think Derek can do it, but, why am I going to make a prediction when he's going to get robbed on the scorecards? If they robbed him before, they're going to do it again, obviously. The first one was a robbery. Now, I don't really like using that word unless I have to, but this is the appropriate word, robbery. Well, let's see if it does go to the cards, or if Derek can get him out of there. Or can Helenius land a big punch? He can punch hard, but if he doesn't knock Chisora out, I just don't see him winning. And when I say winning, I mean legitimately winning. I'm not talking about the judges playing free blind mice. I'm talking about getting a fair decision or out fighting Derek. I just don't see it. I don't see it.